What a way to start off rivalry week. We're live here from the pit. Get ready. It is the rivalry of all rivalries in the Chattahoochee Valley. The Lee Scott Academy Warriors coming to visit the Glenwood Gators here on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. We have got a battle between two of the top teams in the area for the girls area. We got Glenwood coming in with a 13-13 record. And Lee Scott Academy comes in with a 15-8 record. They are 5-1 in area play.
Actually, they're 5-0.
5-0 in area play, as I'm looking right at it. And then Glenwood is 4-1.
Uh-huh.
And so the winner of this game, Lee Scott, if they win, they lock up that number 1 seed. Glenwood could make it interesting if they can get a win tonight.
I was talking with Dusty Perdue at the coaches show today, Richard. He said if Glenwood wins, it's a coin flip.
It's a tiebreak. Yeah,
he lost both coin flips last year, and both the girls and the boys were held at Lee Scott. And then I asked him, I'm like, well, you know, they usually do it on the same day. How would you be able to do that? Well, he told me that most of the coaches in his area agree, because he's the only coach that coaches girls and boys, they would offset it. So if Glenwood does end up winning this game and they win the coin toss, Glenwood would host the girls on Friday and then the following Monday. And then coming up in the next for the boys, it would be held at Lee Scott.
Yeah, so that would make sense. So we definitely want to keep an eye on that. As you can see, the band is here, the cheerleaders are here, and the public address announcer, Wes Hargrove, is about to take the mic. So we're going to go ahead and take it away, Wes.
He waits.
He's going to wait till the buzzer goes.
He's going to wait. It drives Dusty crazy. Wes is going to wait his 17 seconds.
He's got to get it in.
In anticipation, Coach Perdue just sits there and waits. But we got a good one here tonight, Richard. Again, if the Glenwood girls can win, they have a chance to host the area.
Right.
The boys have already been clinched. Lee Scott's hosting that, and we'll see them coming up in the next few weeks. So can't wait for that, Richard.
And by the way, Lee Scott's got a 2-game win streak after losing 6 in a row to Glenwood. So
here at Glenwood School for tonight's matchup, the visiting team from Lee Scott and your Glenwood Gators. Let's meet the starting lineup first. The Lee Scott Lady Warriors. Number 1, Clark Ivitt. Number 2, Haynes Kesey. Number 5, Sydney Dunlap. Number 10, Lucy Zellner. Number 20, Maggie Herndon. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Glenwood Lady Gators. Wearing number 1, playing post, the sophomore at 5'11" from Salem, Alabama, Reagan Bowe. At 5'8", the guard from Smith Station, Alabama, senior wearing number 2, Emerson White. Wearing number 3, the junior guard at 5'7" from Smith Station, Alabama, Hallie Palmore. The 5'9" junior post player from Seal, Alabama, wearing number 4, Lily Moody. Senior guard at 5'7" from Columbus, Georgia, wearing number 14, Claire Hargrove.
I tell you what, Thrift, nothing gets you pumped with the starting lineups and the playing of the Alan Parsons Project.
Wes Hargrove in playoff form. I'm talking about I would put him on the Super Bowl right now. That's my guy, Wes. And, hey, We got Skylar Baxley's band in the building. The
Yes,
pet
sir.
band here
Come
to
on now.
celebrate. And without further ado, Big Rich, keys to the game.
I'm looking forward to this matchup between Hallie Palmore and Clark Ivett. Clark Ivett's averaging 21 points a game as a sophomore. Hallie Palmore's leading scorer for Glenwood with 14.4 points a game. And remember, Lee Scott, they won that game in Auburn, and they won it decisively, 66-33. Glenwood's going to try to avenge that loss, and they want to try to make this area interesting. Like you mentioned, it's going to be led to a coin flip if Glenwood could get the win today, as this is the final region contest. Glenwood does have a couple of games against Valley, against Eufaula, Russell County, but they get ready for that area tournament. They would love to get a good showing here. And as you can see to our right, we've got a ton of Lee Scott fans that made that trip down Highway 431 from Auburn. Big time rivalry. And here we go. Want to remind everybody that this first quarter is brought to you by State Farm Carroll Purdue, who's been a proud supporter of Georgia Alabama Sports Live from the very beginning, proudly serving the Phoenix City community for over 16 years. Reagan Bone, Reagan Bone, Lucy Zellner tipping off, and Emerson White comes up with the tip. Here comes Hallie Palmore being guarded by Haynes Kesey. Hargrove over to White over in the wing. Moody inside to Hargrove. Hargrove puts up a shot, gets doubled. No good. Oh, nice save by Bone. White, oh, got it blocked by Ivett. Oh, I tell you what, Clark Ivett at 5'11", plays tall for a guard. She's got some length. Good defensive play there by Clark Ivett. It will remain Glenwood ball. Trying to find somebody in the middle. Bone back at the top of the key to Emerson White. Palmore now with it at the logo. Drawing up the play, looking for the screen. Bounce pass to Moody, swings it over to Hargrove. Hargrove, nice spin move. Hargrove puts up a pass to Moody, and that is no good. And Haynes Kesey coming up with the board, but it's stolen by Glenwood. Good steal there by Palmore. Still no score here. First minute of the game. Palmore dumps it inside. That was intended for White. Trying to save it, goes out of bounds, and Lee Scott basketball. Well, the time of possession was in favor of Glenwood that first minute. They just could not get a bucket. It was good defensive effort by Lee Scott on that possession.
Here's Zavot. She can score, Rich.
Maggie Herndon for three, no good. And Kesey comes up with a rebound. Ivett over in the corner. Nice screen. Ivett with a double. Kesey, baseline. Trying to find Dunlap. Dunlap for three, no good. And Hargrove comes down with the rebound.
Good job by Claire Hargrove there, Rich.
Palmore, she likes to go coast to coast. Bounce pass to Moody. Moody gets her own rebound. Gets another rebound and puts it in.
How about Lily Moody there?
She had like 2 offensive rebounds, second chance points. Glenwood on top, 2-0. Coming up, Herndon gives it over to Dunlap. Kesey, Ivett in the corner. Ivett's just going to let one fly. Now she could shoot. You got to defend the three with Clark Ivett.
And we thought it was Zavot for a long time.
It's Ivett. Yeah, we've done Lee Scott games for years now. And she's been playing since she was in 8th grade.
I think it was you that finally corrected it,
I
Richard.
did. Yes, I did.
You would have found out what was her name.
Emerson White. And by the way, her mother is the coach. Mother actually is Corey Harrison. Used to be Corey Ivett. Good stop there by Lee Scott. As Herndon. That might be a backcourt violation. No, it was tipped by Glenwood. Ivett with it, and is going to go ahead and call out the play. Looking for the screen, top of the key. She's going to drive. Got it tipped away by Palmore. Palmore diving for the loose ball, and Emerson White comes up with a steal. And a good job by getting rid of it to avoid the jump ball. Palmore, long pass inside of Moody. Moody, what a move by Moody, but just couldn't finish. That long, lengthy Lucy Zellner down in the post. Good defense. Herndon lets a long three fly that rattles in and out. And Hargrove crashes the board. 2-0 is your score. 4:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Nice screen by Reagan Bone and Hallie Palmore with a jumper. Oh, good hustle by Hargrove. Palmore's going to let one fly for three, and it rattles in. Hallie Palmore gives Glenwood a 5-0 lead. And she shot that from the collegiate range. Kesey with it. Good defense by Palmore. Ivitt, little crossover, ran into her teammate.
Good D there by White.
Over to Dunlap. Swings it over to Herndon on the left wing. Herndon at the top of the key. Good defense by Moody. Clark Ivitt got double teamed, triple teamed, and that's going to be a jump ball. The defense collapsed on Clark Ivitt when she was driving the lane, and that's exactly the defensive scheme for Glenwood.
That's exactly what happened.
You know it. When you average 21 points a game, you know that defensive assignment's going to be her. Ivitt doubled again, and how about the jump ball, and it's going to go to Glenwood. Back-to-back jump balls gives Glenwood the possession with a 5-0 lead. And Lily Moody going to inbounds it. Drawing up the play. Over to White. White to Hargrove. Kesey, good defense. Got to get it across. Moody, nice pass over to Palmore. Swings it over to Emerson White. She had an open moment for there, but Hargrove is wide open for a three. No good. And a good rebound by Lee Scott. Haynes Kesey pulling down the board. And now here comes Ivitt. Nice crossover by Clark Ivitt. Over to Dunlap. Dunlap swings it over to Kesey. Herndon, just good ball movement. That is no good. That shot by Sydney Dunlap. And here comes Glenwood on a fast break. Claire Hargrove, nice spin move and puts it in. 7-0 is your score.
Good job by Claire Hargrove. Good move.
Fundamentally sound execution on the defensive stop. Herndon's just going to let one fly. Yeah, the shot's just not falling here in this first quarter, but a good offensive rebound by Sydney Dunlap. Kesey, stolen by Hallie Palmore. It's off to the races. Hallie Palmore puts up a shot. Get the bucket! And the foul.
Nice job there by Palmore.
What steal that led to transition bucket. And Dunlap had no choice but to foul there. I think she just let her shoot that one. But Palmore can give Glenwood a double-digit lead, and she does.
Wow,
She's got
what a
6.
start for Glenwood here. Palmore being aggressive. You see Coach Purdue saying, hey, I need my point guard to go out there and get some buckets.
Come on now. 10-0 is your score. And the defense is still relentless for Glenwood. It's going to stay right here with Lee Scott. But I tell you, Clark Ivitt, she's going to be logging a lot of minutes in this game. It seems like the offense is going directly through Ivitt. Is rightfully so.
Yeah.
Coach Harrison, she's going to draw up plays for Ivitt because
Ivitt's only a freshman, by the way. Rich.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Just like Braylon Alexander.
3 ball by Dunlap, no good. Moody, oh, how about that rebound by Lily Moody? She had double rebounds the last game she played. It was a rebounding machine, and coming into the game is Caden Henderson. And that's going to go back to Lee Scott with 2:14 left to go.
Yeah, Henderson just returned from injury. She's
That's
going to
good.
be a spark plug off the bench.
That's a great sign to see her returning from injury.
She's still got that brace on her
Yeah, she got the brace.
wrist.
Kesey, nice screen by Lee Scott. Kesey over to Herndon or Dunlap. Screen by Herndon. Trying to find a teammate. Kesey on the baseline. And that's going to be a foul on Moody. I can't believe we have played 6 minutes of basketball, and that was the first foul. First foul on Glenwood. There's a three-pointer. That's off the mark by Maggie Herndon. It goes out of bounds to Glenwood. So Lee Scott, the story of this first quarter, they have been ice cold shooting the basketball.
Can't find anything to fall. But
Nothing's
credit
falling.
Glenwood's defense, though, Rich. They're making it tough. They're making them shoot long, distant threes, and they're not letting Ivitt get in the middle of the paint. So that is credit Glenwood defense.
That's tipped away by Kesey. Yeah, Coach Harrison is going to have to make adjustments going into the second quarter. But they're going to have to find a way to get some easy transition buckets. Off the inbounds to Palmore. Palmore puts up the shot.
I'm telling you, the game plan for Coach Purdue, Palmore, you got to be aggressive.
Feed her the rock. She's got 8 points. Ivan puts up a floater and good.
Man, it's hard to keep her out of the paint, Rich. And she can finish. Nice touch.
Got on the scoreboard. It's still a 10-point lead for Glenwood.
By the way, Lee Scott Warriors are in the building, Rich.
That's right.
And we got actual broadcasters here as well. So we got broadcast competition. We got Lee Scott versus us. We got Lee Scott versus Glenwood on the court and on the broadcast. And we look forward to showing you we're the best there is.
Absolutely. Hargrove with it. Thought about driving that baseline.
And you're friends with him, Rich. You know those guys.
I know Jacob Goings. He's now the voice. Oh, it's off the corner. So, yeah, and lose my train of thought, and she gets a big three, banking that one in.
Moore's got 11.
Oh, gotta love it. Ivett tries to answer. Oh, she does.
Nice. It's a point guard battle.
That's what I'm guessing. Less than a minute to go. And by the way, they are using the shot clock. I think because of area games, they're using the shot clock in Alabama. I just want to throw that out there. Palmore, three-pointer. No good. Moody with a rebound. It's 22 seconds left. Moody puts it up and in.
Nice. Moody had a good game against Dadeville. She's come out strong to start this one, Rich.
17-5. Glenwood's on fire in this first quarter. Ivan thought about the three. Gives it over to Herndon. Herndon to Dunlap. Dunlap trying to get by Hargrove. The switch. Casey. Think her foot was on the line. That's going to be no good. And the time runs out here in the first quarter. It is all Glenwood leading Lee Scott 17-5. The leading scorer is Hallie Palmore with 11 points.
We'll take a break.
Yep. We'll be back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
And we're back here at the pit, start of the second quarter. Thrift, you know it's a big game when you got the Glenwood band in the building. We've got both fan bases. They are lively here at the pit from Lee Scott and Glenwood. What a first quarter by Glenwood. Hallie Palmore with 11. Lily Moody had 4. She had 3 rebounds. And Clark Ivett, the only scorer for Lee Scott. Ivett with the ball, gives it over to Dunlap on the corner. Long pass over to Kesey on the wing.
Rich, they're playing a box and one right now on Ivett.
I've noticed that.
Which just means Emerson's following her wherever, and they're playing zone defense. Now it's kind of a switching man. Emerson has to stay with Ivett, but they're switching and double teaming.
I think the game plan is let somebody else on Lee Scott try to beat you.
Yeah. Which is kind of the game plan that many teams have for Glenwood. Make someone other than Palmore beat you.
Yeah,
Same with Alexander and on the basketball team.
No question about it. Give to Ivett. Herndon thought about the 3. The pass over to Dunlap. Dunlap driving with the left hand, and Ivett quickly doubled, and Palmore and Ivett get tied up with a jump ball. How about that defense by Hallie Palmore?
She just knows when to be in the right place at the right time, Richard, and it doesn't matter whether it's passing. And she's not super, skill in terms of, I'm talking about like elite ball handling, but she's good enough to get the ball where it needs to go. But she's so crafty and can finish. There's just so many things she does well.
Ooh,
and one of those is not making a turnover.
Yeah,
how about
right
Ivett?
to Ivett? Yeah, that was right to her. She was trying to get some arm strength on that.
Yeah, there.
Got it to Hargrove. Back to Palmore. Palmore's just going to let one fly. And she got it. She's on fire. 14 points for Hallie Palmore. Ivan over to Herndon, swings it over to Kesey. Herndon was driving, then she gives it back to Dunlap. Now Ivan. If Ivan's got a lane, she's going to try to shoot it, and she draws the foul. That was a good move by Clark Ivan. She had an open lane, and she's like, she could drive the basketball too. So Ivan will go to the line. It's 6:31 left to go here in the second. We want to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, the Houston Clinic, and Coca-Cola. This is the Zaxby's Glenwood Game of the Week, presented by Zaxby's over in Phoenix City. Big shout out to Judson Humphreys, Glenwood alumni.
Used to call him Justin.
Justin, I know.
And it used to fire me.
It used to fire you up. And I'm fired up right now. When are you bringing back unsolicited hot sports take? 20-7 is your score. Oh, what about that move by Clark? Ivett. Bucket. Count the basket off the steal. Little momentum going here for Lee Scott. Clark Ivett off the steal. And she's about to score 5 points in 10 seconds. My goodness. Reggie Miller-esque, like in the Garden. Glenwood basketball, they still have a 10-point lead.
Nope.
Yeah, right to
right
Palmore.
Now, this is where Coach P was talking about that pressure got him in trouble last time, and they're speeding up Haley and the Gators. And this is kind of how the Avalanche started at Lee Scott, Richard, was because of the turnovers.
Yeah, too hot there on the pass to Palmore to Emerson White. Now, Clark Ivett got all 10 points for Lee Scott. Swings it over. We got Sutton Lewis in the game. Stolen by Palmore. Hallie Palmore coast to coast and scores. Transition bucket. Back to a 12-point lead for Glenwood. Crossover. Palmore lost it. Stolen by Hargrove. Hargrove puts up a shot. Did not have the numbers, but Lily Moody is right there for the basket.
Nice job by Moody coming up and cleaning up the glass.
That's 3 offensive rebounds for Lily Moody in this game. It's the largest lead of the game for Glenwood. Nice screen. Ivett's just going to let one fly. Rattles in and out. I thought that was going in. That was a good look by Clark Ivett. Now here comes Hallie Palmore. Palmore trying to breaking the press. Over to Bone. On the baseline, nice pass to Moody. Moody catches it off the glass and in.
Nice job. Gators just playing great basketball right now.
Absolutely. Coach Harrison wants a timeout. So we'll go ahead and take one, too. It's 26-10. Glenwood on top with 5:18 left to go here in the second on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guy.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Back here at Glenwood, 26-10 is your score out of the timeout. Sutton Lewis over to Kesey, guarded by Palmore. Top of the key to Langford. That pass was intended to Ivett, and it's going to stay right here with Lee Scott, as this is the Zaxby's Glenwood Game of the Week. 5:02 left to go here in the half. Nice screen by Langford. Ivitt, top of the key. Clark Ivitt with 10 points. Splits the defenders, puts up a finger roll, and it comes up short.
Yeah, nice little hezzy.
Just couldn't finish. Here comes Palmore trying to split the defenders. Good recovery by Lily Moody. Back to Palmore.
That little sham god move with one hand. A nice job by Ivitt, just can't finish. Moody,
Nice
I'm
play
telling
by
you,
Moody.
I like the aggressiveness of Lily Moody.
Oh, look at that, 4 offensive rebounds, but what a block by Sutton Lewis. It's going to stay right here with Glenwood.
I love how Lily Moody is playing, but good job by Lewis with the block.
See, the second chance points, I mean, she's running that post and just getting those boards. Palmore off the inbounds. Over to Henderson. Palmore. Pass inside, that's stolen by Sutton. Or no, that's stolen by Herndon. Herndon over to Langford. Clark Ivitt has scored all the points for Lee Scott. Where is the rest of the offense going to come from? Langford now. Back to Herndon. Kesey on the wing. Top of the key, Herndon lets one fly for 3, and that is good.
Needed that one, Rich.
Maggie Herndon. 3 points, 26-13 is the score. Palmer, now look at Lee Scott trying to press. And that's going to be a timeout with 3:37 left to go here in the first half. And we are going to keep it here. Don't forget, we got the Lee Scott Glenwood boys edition coming up after this game. And you know, if it's anything like the matchups that Glenwood and Lee Scott played, it's usually a preview of the area championship for the girls and for the boys. But Beulah and Dadeville may have something to say about that.
Yeah, well, they did. Gators beat Beulah.
Beulah did beat Glenwood.
Yeah, but then
the Beulah
Glenwood
boys.
won it by 20. So if the Gators can win this, they will finish as the number 2 team because Lee Scott beat Beulah both times. So Beulah has 3 losses. Glenwood would only finish with 2. But doesn't matter. Glenwood, Lee Scott boys have already clinched. They will be hosting the area tournament just like they did last year.
And by the way, they won't be playing Beulah or Dadeville anymore because they'll be in a area with private schools next year for the next reclassification.
As of now, yes.
Yeah, there'll be some appeals.
And when talking with Coach Fanning, he pleaded with the Glenwood community to just breathe, relax, and let everything play out as it may. This is just only the beginning. More information will come out. Meetings are going to be had in the next couple of weeks. So Gators fans, but I will tell you, it is not a great look. The Gators having to travel a lot farther than they are now.
Mobile.
And then Lee Scott not being in the same region. I would hope that gets rectified.
I hope so too. All right, Hallie Palmore with it. Quickly doubled, gives it up to Bone. Back to Palmore. Palmore going to drive. Palmore passes it off, and that's going to be out of bounds. That was intended for Hargrove. And Lee Scott with a little bit of momentum. Clark Ivitt wants to go fast.
Yeah,
nice
she
pass.
Always does.
Inside, Langford. Back out, Herndon. Rattles in and out. That was a good look by Maggie Herndon. But Hargrove, that's just an ill-advised turnover by Glenwood, and it's going to go back to Lee Scott. Glenwood comes in with a 13-13 record. Lee Scott Academy 15-8. You know, Lee Scott, they lost to Montgomery Academy in the first round of the playoffs last year. They did win the area. Oh, what a block by Bone. And that was a clean block. Reagan Bone coming up with a big rejection. Moody with it on the wing. Need some help out there. Back to Palmore. Palmore driving the baseline. And that pass is just into the hands of Langford. Another turnover by Glenwood. Herndon driving the lane. Fires a 3 from the corner and hits it.
Herndon can shoot, man.
Rayleigh Langford with the 3.
Keeping them in this game. Actually, they're saying that's only a 2.
It was only a 2, yes.
Oh, man, they're saying that foot was on the line there, Rich.
That was a good assist by Maggie Herndon. I thought Maggie was going to shoot it, but Rayleigh Langford right there in the corner. And Lee Scott on a little bit of run here. As you can see the Glenwood baseball team all standing up. They're chanting defense. Ivitt puts up a shot and gets fouled. Speaking of baseball, you know we're less than a week away from Baseball Media Day.
I'm looking forward to it, Rich.
Absolutely. We'll see those Glenwood Gators, led by Coach Tim Fanning. Clark Ivitt makes them both. She's got 12 points. And Lee Scott has cut it to single digits. Glenwood led by as many as 14. They now lead by 9. Palmore. Guarded by Kesey. Driving past. Kesey puts it up and in. Too much speed got by Kesey, and she's got 18 points. Spin move. Ivitt blocked by Bone, her second block of the game. We got another jump ball thrift. I tell you, it's been the Hallie Palmore Clark Ivitt show, as we expected. They have definitely, both players, been putting on a show.
Yes, they have.
By the way, Chase Cook in the building of the Glenwood Coaches Show at Mike and Ed's Barbecue during the football season. Ivitt for 3 off the glass. Wow, what a shot.
Big time shot there. And they did count that other point as a 3, Rich. So it is 28-20.
And a steal by Lee Scott. That's going to be a foul. Lee Scott is just feeling the momentum, making this comeback. One thing about this Lee Scott team, they are never out of it. Coach Harrison is going to coach them tough till the whistle. Let's see how Glenwood can regroup, try to make the adjustments. I think no adjustments are needed. Just give the ball to Hallie Palmore and let her drive the lane. Let her shoot when she's open. Kesey. Oh, good pressure. Back over to Langford on the wing, guarded by Emerson White. Less than a minute to go here in the first half. Ivitt with the ball, driving with the left hand, puts up a floater and count the bucket. Are you kidding me?
And she's coming back. What a comeback by Lee Scott.
Clark Ivitt with 17 points.
12-2 run, Rich. They were up down 26-10. It's 28-22.
And she has got a chance at the line to cut it to 5, and she does. And look at the full court press by Lee Scott. They want to try to get the ball back again. Pass to Emerson White. White puts a shot up and scores.
Nice shot by White, collecting herself. Not a great pass there. Adjust and make the play.
Needed that bucket. Langford, 3 is good. That's her second 3 of the game.
She's got beautiful form,
oh,
man.
my.
And they are just lighting it up from the outside.
And who's the possession on? It's going to go to Lee Scott. Another turnover for Glenwood. Lee Scott trails by 4 with 23 seconds left to go. They can hope for the final shot here in the first half. Ivitt for 3. Rattles in and out, but right to Sutton Lewis.
Unbelievable comeback here by Lee Scott.
Down by 2 with 8 seconds left. Palmore. Palmore trying to race coast to coast. Oh, she got by Ivitt.
Nice move.
Palmore, nice pass to Bone. Bone off the glass. It will not go in, but what a comeback by Lee Scott at the half. Glenwood leads Lee Scott Academy 30-28. We'll step aside. We'll get ready for that second half for you here of the Zaxby's Glenwood Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists. pessimists, exhibitionists, for long-distance love, for the farsighted, nearsighted, for introverts and extroverts, for the thinkers and the doers, for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Georgia, Alabama Sports.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Perdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3.
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Yeah, we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, girl.
And it all adds up to one membership, the Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Start of the second half, Glenwood leads Lee Scott 30-28. Glenwood with the ball. Glenwood is led by as many as 14. Lee Scott cutting it to 2, having a great second half, that second quarter just to close it out. Henderson with it at the top.
How about the leading scores, though, Rich?
Yeah,
How about both point guards?
Both
18.
with 18. We knew it was going to be the Hallie Palmore-Clark Ivitt show. Both with 18. Now Clark Ivitt gives it over to Dunlap. Inside to Ivitt. Ivitt, pass a little too hot on there, but there's going to be a 3 for Herndon. Herndon, top of the iron, no good. Hargrove comes down with a board. And now gives it over to Palmore. Quickly a double, a long pass to Bone. Bone puts a shot off the glass and in.
Bone, just be patient, collected herself, and then a great layup.
4-point lead for Glenwood. Clark Ivitt's just going to let a 3 go. And she makes it too easy. That is money for Clark Ivitt. It's a 1-point lead.
She's already got her scoring average, Rich.
21 points. Here comes Palmore. Palmore driving, puts up a shot and count the bucket. Wow, what a shot.
These two players are going mano-a-mano.
They are definitely putting on a show. This is what we thought in the boys' game. It was going to be between Braylon Alexander and Hayden Harper.
Unbelievable.
We're getting this in the girls' game. This is incredible. Palmore with 20. And that is going to go back to Lee Scott. It looked like Bone and Lewis were fighting for it, but it was off a Bone. 34-31 is your score. Clark Ivitt, who is only a freshman. You mentioned that in the beginning of the broadcast strip, only a freshman. We remember she was playing in 7th grade. She's been on Lee Scott's team for 3 years now. Herndon for 3, and she hits it.
Tie game. Just like that.
Unbelievable. You blink, and you're tied.
Herndon's done a great job from the outside, Rich.
That's her second 3 of the game. She just keeps shooting. Palmore with the double. Got to give it up. And she does to Hargrove. Top of the key. Hargrove slowing it down. Back over to Palmore. Guarded by Kesey. Over to Bone. Bone passes it to Hargrove in the corner. Quickly a double team. Over to Bone. Bone pivots. Gets out of that double. And Lily Moody. Bone with the offensive rebound. Reagan Bone and count the bucket, and she gets fouled. That post move by Reagan Bone, able to throw up the shot.
We've seen some big-time shot making here today, Rich, from three-pointers to and-ones. I've been impressed with both teams.
Yes, sir. Bone, no good. And they're fighting for it. That was Sutton Lewis coming down with the board, and we got ourselves a jump ball. Possession arrow going to go to Lee Scott Academy. Like you mentioned, this is a huge rivalry. It was a big rivalry in the AISA. 2 years in the AHSAA, but they're going to be not in the same region next year. That's shocking for now. Herndon, top of the key. Casey. Over to Dunlap. Dunlap, back to Kesey. Ivitt. Ivitt drives. Ivitt puts up a shot and gets fouled. And just the move, she knows exactly when to shoot it. Driving into the body and throwing it up, and she almost made it, but will go to the line for 2. Trying to tie this game up for Lee Scott. Makes the first. And she's been outstanding from the line. I mean, she's got 22 points. And makes them both. 23 points for Clark Ivitt. We're tied at 36. Here's the full court press there by Lee Scott. Caden Henderson now with it, gives it over to Palmore. Palmore getting by Kesey. Palmore on the baseline, bounce pass into Lily Moody and scores.
She just goes baseline and then finds the open player. 3 people around her, doesn't matter. Nice job by Palmore.
Ivitt, top of the key, is going to drive. Trying to get the ball away from her. Kesey back over to Herndon. Herndon's just going to shoot. And rebounded by Palmore. A long pass to Hargrove. She catches it. Does not have the numbers. She regroups herself. Gets back, almost lost the dribble. Good defense there by Herndon. Over to Bone. Bone, shot, up, misses. Clark Ivett pulls down the rebound. You know Clark Ivett's the leading rebounder.
Yep.
She averages 9.8 rebounds a game. She is the point guard that could just do it all. Steals, block shots, rebounds, assists. They look for that stuff at the next level. She's only a freshman. Clark Ivett, shot, up, no good. Good rebound on there, but Glenwood coming up with it. Nice save, and Hargrove comes up with it. There was just bodies all over the paint. Long pass over to Henderson. Henderson regroups, gets it blocked by Lewis. Sutton Lewis comes up with it, but Lily Moody comes up with it. They're just fighting for it. Little move, nice pass to Moody. 12 points, Lily Moody. She might be having a double-double by the night is over. Ivett for three. Why not? Oh, my word.
That girl can flat out play ball, man.
She can ball. It's a 1-point lead for Glenwood. Pass over to Bone. Bone will be fouled, and she'll go to the line for two.
Man, you talk about it. It's an incredible game so far, man. Just big shot after big shot. Glenwood off to the hot start. Lee Scott started battling back. They got off to hot second quarter, third quarter. Both teams hitting big time shots from the outside, and look where they're at right now, 40 to 39.
Glenwood is led by as many as 14. Lee Scott has not had a lead in the game. It's been tied, but they have yet to take the lead. Oh, she misses both, but Henderson comes up with a rebound, and that's going to stay here with Glenwood. If Lee Scott was just patient, they probably would have got the jump ball. But it slips out of their hand, and it goes out of bounds off Lee Scott. Palmore inbounds underneath the basket. Kick ball. Let's do it again. We got Emerson White, Lily Moody, Caden Henderson, Reagan Bone, and Hallie Palmore as your starting five for Glenwood. Inside a Bone. Reagan
Wide
Bone off
open.
the glass and in.
Great inbounds play. Nobody even accounted for Bone. She was just yelling, hey, I'm here, I'm open.
Fundamental basketball, using the glass. The glass is your friend.
I don't even think Palmore realized how open she was and couldn't believe it. I don't think her brain registered like, what? She's right in front of me, wide open.
Yeah, and they're going to call a foul on Palmore. They're saying that was in the act of shooting. So Clark Ivett's going to go to the line for two. Ivett with 26 leading all scorers. Make that 27. Ivett. She is perfect from the line, Thrift. 28 points. That is spending hours in the gym just shooting free throws, like 100 free throws a night. Henderson, nice bounce pass, a little too far for Bone, and Lee Scott has an opportunity to take their first lead of the game.
They have not led at all, Richard.
Nope.
They were down 10-0 to start it.
Not at all. Clark Ivett, 28 points. Passing it over to Langford. Langford's got 2 threes of her own. Ivett with it, guarded by Palmore, looking for the screen. They're calling a foul again. Yes, they are. Hallie Palmore. So, I mean, you're trying to defend Clark Ivett. You're getting could possibly get into foul trouble. You got to watch out for the fouls. But I tell you, Clark Ivett's a hard player to defend. Kesey off the inbounds, and Clark Ivett, count the bucket. Clark Ivett's got 30. And to the corner of our eye, we see the Lee Scott fans going nuts. But that was a great play off the inbounds. And Lee Scott has their first lead of the game. And Clark Ivett can make it a 2-point lead. And she does. Glenwood down by 2, trailing for the first time in this game. Stolen by Ivan, but her foot was on the line. Man, I tell you, she has got some energy. I tell you, she's the type of player that's going to play all the minutes in this game. She is not coming out. I know, knowing Coach Harrison, she's going to play the entire game unless she gets in foul trouble. Back out to Hargrove. Does not have the numbers. Being guarded by Lewis. Hargrove over to Henderson. Back out to Palmore at the logo. Quickly doubled by Kesey and Ivitt. Bone. Nice move by Bone, and she scores. She's got 8 points. Tied once again.
Good up and under move there by Reagan Bone.
Ivitt guarded by Palmore. You got to watch the fouls. Palmore in a little bit of foul trouble here. Nice pass to Ivitt. Shot. And an offensive rebound. Herndon gets it out to Dunlap. That's not Dunlap, that's Langford, and stolen by Glenwood. Good stop by the Lady Gators. Henderson's got an open lane and scores. Glenwood back up by 2. Clark Ivitt for 3, and no good. That's going to go out of bounds off of Lee Scott, and it's going to go back to Glenwood. I tell you, Clark Ivitt's just not afraid to just keep shooting the rock. And this place would have just went ballistic on the Lee Scott side if she would have made that. But now Glenwood with the possession up by 2. I think right now if you're Glenwood, you got to get a little comfort. Keep doing what you're doing because you know that Lee Scott's going to make their run. Emerson White with it. Got it poked away. Now over to Hargrove. Herndon on defense. Reagan Bone trying to get a little give and go to Palmore. Good defense there by Clark Ivitt, and she gets the steal. She anticipated that perfectly. Now over to Langford. Back to Ivitt. Minute 22 left to go here in the third quarter. Clark Ivitt with 31 points, and she drives, puts up a shot, and gets fouled. I think when we get closer and closer toward the end of this game, Thrift, I think that if it is a one-possession game, the ball's just going to go right through Clark Ivitt. And that's the person that's going to have the ball in her hands if it gets close. And she makes another free throw. Wow. I think that's been the most impressive thing about her tonight is she's been perfect from the line.
He's knocking him down.
Yeah. And she is not fazed by the announcer jinx at all either. 33 points for Clark Ivitt. And I wasn't purposely trying to give the announcer jinx, but I think that's very impressive. That's what she has done so far. Hargrove inside to Bone. Bone, nice move, just couldn't finish on that, so kicks it back to Hargrove. Hallie Palmore for 3, and that's no good. Little too much on that. Riley Langford with it, quickly doubled, and it's going to go right back to Lee Scott with 52 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's the only game we got going on tonight, as that Brookstone Strong Rock game got moved to Saturday. Ivitt, no good. Oh, nice offensive rebound there by Kesey. Herndon for 3. No good. Remember, 2 years ago, Glenwood beat them 5 times. That's right, you heard me. Last year, Lee Scott actually won in overtime at Lee Scott, and they won by 1 point in the area championship. Lee Scott's got a 3-game win streak rather on Glenwood. We got a timeout, 22 seconds left to go here in the third, all knotted up at 46, as this is the Zaxby's Glenwood Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
And welcome back here to the pit on the campus of Glenwood. It's Glenwood, Lee Scott. Glenwood with the ball. Racing it down is Caden Henderson over to Hargrove on the right wing. Claire Hargrove over to Palmore. Swings over to Bone. Pass inside to Emerson White. Quickly doubled. White gives it out to Henderson. Swings it over to Emerson White for three. And it rattles in and out, and Herndon comes up with a rebound. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Ivitt, can she get it off at the buzzer? Oh, what a block by Reagan Bone! She got all ball, and we are tied after 3. I thought Clark Ivitt was going to get a buzzer beater.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
That's basketball. That's good play. And Coach Ivitz, Coach Harrison smiling, Purdue smiling, everybody's smiling. That's just
It's a
good.
great game. Great
basketball
game. We got one more quarter to go. We're going to take another break here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Start of the fourth quarter. Coming.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. It's 46-46 your score. Leading scorer for Lee Scott is Clark Ivitt with 33. Hallie Palmore has got 20 for Glenwood. I remember there was a time in this game both had 18, and then all of a sudden Clark Ivitt she went on a tear. And I know that the key to this game, I mean, you got balanced scoring on Glenwood. There's only 2 other players for Lee Scott that are even in the scoring column. Maggie Herndon with 6 and Rayleigh Langford with 6. As far as Glenwood, you got Lily Moody with 12 and Reagan Bone has got 8. And then 3 players with 2. But Glenwood with the basketball. Palmore bounce pass over to Henderson. Henderson was looking for the post over Lily Moody. Emerson White dishes it in. I was in too much traffic. Another steal by Clark Ivitt. A little crossover. I got it stolen. And she traveled. Trying to get Palmore, just the momentum carried her an extra step, and Lee Scott will get the basketball back.
They just like speeding her up. And in this last 7:36, it's about who can make shots under pressure.
Absolutely. Langford with it. And stolen by Palmore. That was intended for Clark Ivitt. Here comes Palmore trying to go coast to coast, put up a shot. Moody gets the rebound. Now back to Emerson White. White off the glass and in. And Glenwood takes the 2-point lead. Ivitt. Dunlap for 3. No good. Rebounded by Langford. Stolen by Lily Moody. Or no, they're going to call a foul. That might be a foul on Lee Scott. We'll hear what the call is. And that foul was on Rayleigh Langford. So it will be Glenwood basketball, up by 2 with 7:02 left to go in this game. Don't forget, we got the boys matchup coming up. The 2 top teams in the region, undefeated Lee Scott boys taking on the Glenwood Gators. Braylon Alexander going up against Hayden Harper. We remember what happened last time Lee Scott was in this gymnasium.
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium, yeah, exactly. Always a treat when Glenwood plays Lee Scott in his gymnasium. It's packed out, as always. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a technical foul. Clark Ivitt's going to shoot it. And she makes it. She's got 34. I didn't know what the call was, but I'm thinking that this is a technical, and yeah, she's got 35. And we're tied once again. So a swing of events. It looked like it was a foul on Lee Scott. It turned out to be a foul on Glenwood as well, and a technical, and Lee Scott gets the ball after Clark Ivett shoots the 2 technicals.
They got a technical foul on Lily Moody. I just talked to Miss Graham, so that's what that tech was on.
It's stolen by Palmore. Palmore over to Bone.
Bone just traveled.
You got
yeah,
it.
She did. Reagan, take a dribble there. You're literally 8 feet from the basket. Coach Prudu's saying the same thing. Nobody's in front of you. Go to the goal.
And
by the way, we got our guy, Tony Reese, in the building.
Big Tony, WTVM
I call him the Tonester.
The Tonester. He's setting the tone for this game. Ivett for 3, and she gets fouled. Count the offensive foul.
Oh, wow.
No basket. Wow, what a turn of events.
What a call there, man.
That would have been huge. You talk about a performance. Clark Ivett, she's trying to get to 40. I mean, we rarely see that in games. There's Hallie Palmore. Oh, she's got speed going coast to coast, and that is blocked by Lucy Zellner.
35 for Ivett. Jeez, man.
Oh, my.
She has been a one-person wrecking crew here
And
tonight.
we keep mentioning, she's only a freshman. Palmore trying to find somebody, gives it over to Bone. Bone dribbles up and fouled. Reagan Bone going to go to the line for 2. Where's the offense going to come from? Are they going to try to feed it to Bone and Moody in the post? Or are they just going to let Hallie Palmore just try to drive the lane, as she's been doing great in transition? Bone makes the first. She's got 9. Glenwood with a 1-point lead. And she makes them both. She's in double figures. Here comes Lee Scott. Ivett looking for the screen. Little crossover. Dribbles in the post. That's going to be a foul as Reagan Bone going up for the block, but she got a piece of the arm. And once again, Clark Ivett, which she has been earning just about half her points from the line. Trying to tie it once again. Man, we have had not so many lead changes, but back and forth. And Lee Scott did lead by 2, but it was for a brief moment. Ivett makes the first. She's got 36. Make that 37. Perfect from the line. I don't think I've ever seen this stat, Thrift. I don't think I've ever seen this many free throws without missing one. White over to Henderson. Got to watch the line. Henderson going to dribble. All knotted up at 50. Hargrove on the wing. Swings it over to White. Emerson White going to drive. Dribbles, lost it. Herndon comes up with a steal. Maggie Herndon trying to slow it down. Gives it over to Dunlap. Back out to Ivett. Ivett with 37. Casey from the corner. No good, and Palmore comes up with a rebound. Palmore over to Hargrove, inside to Bone. Bone off the glass and in. And we got ourselves a timeout. Glenwood leads Lee Scott 52-50 with 5:37 left to go here in the game.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Welcome back here to Glenwood. Lee Scott with the basketball, down by 2. 5:35 left to go here in this game. Ivitt, top of the key, back to Herndon. Little ball movement. Ivitt just moving around. Now she's got the basketball poked away by Palmore. Herndon comes up with it. Back over to Ivitt. She's got 37 points. And Ivitt shoots a three, and no good. And rebounded by Emerson White. Over to Palmore. Palmore, a nice spin move. She's got a bounce pass over to Henderson. Henderson off the glass and in.
This is why Henderson coming back was huge. She can finish.
4-point lead for Glenwood. Ivitt, nice crossover. Spin move, quickly a double team. Dunlap for three. Looked like she rushed that shot.
Good defense there by Henderson.
Hargrove with it.
Ivitt to pass.
Got to give it up. Palmore with it. A long pass, cross court to Henderson. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Henderson, and she puts up a shot, falling on the ground and in. Unbelievable shot by Caden Henderson. Back out to Ivitt. Crossover, and now it's a 6-point lead for Glenwood. 4:19 left to go. Kesey in the corner. Back out to Herndon.
And you know they're doing this without Malia West Sanchez too.
Yeah,
Rich.
that's what I noticed. She was injured. Fighting for it, and still loose ball. Possession is going to go to Lee Scott. Coming in is Rayleigh Langford. What's impressive is Clark Ivitt's got 37 points, but there's only 2 other players on Lee Scott that have points. Maggie Herndon and Rayleigh Langford, they both have 2 threes. And I think that it contributes to them being open when Clark Ivitt gets double. Ivitt against Palmore. Moody was trying to help out. Ivitt lost her footing, but that's going to be a foul on Hallie Palmore, and I believe that's number 3 or number 4. I think she's got to be careful with the fouls. Thrift, I think that might be 3 fouls or even 4 fouls. Kesey to inbounds. Bounce pass stolen by Hargrove. Here comes Claire Hargrove. It's a 3-on-1 fast break. Hargrove, Euro step. Off the glass, no good. Bone with the rebound and scores! Reagan Bone with 14 points. It's an 8-point lead for Glenwood. Ivitt for 3. And it's looking like could possibly be fatigue for Clark Ivitt. 37 points, and that shot was way off. 3:32 left to go here in the contest, and Glenwood leads 58-50. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back here to Glenwood. 3:32 left to go in this game. Glenwood leading Lee Scott Academy 58-50. Lily Moody trying to inbounds it. And the give is to Bone. Back over to Moody. Palmore now with the basketball. Lee Scott trying to go for the trap. Palmore quickly doubled and throws it into the hands.
Yeah, bad pass there,
Rayleigh
Rich.
Langford.
She didn't need to force that. Team's
No,
up
not at
by
all.
8 here, Rich.
Not at all. But Clark Ivitt. Over to Langford. Back out to Ivitt. Ivitt for 3. She's got 40. Clark Ivitt an incredible performance, but her team's down by 5. I said, like, the last couple of shots have been rushed. She's played a lot of minutes, but, she's able to get her 40 points, and that's been impressive so far. 58-53. Palmore. Guarded by Ivett, swings it over to Hargrove. Hargrove, little give and go, splits the defenders. Kaden Henderson misses the shot, and that's going to be rebounded. Lee Scott on the board. Stella Henderson. Now back over to Ivett. Little crossover, driving the lane, and that's going to be a foul on Glenwood. I mean, it could have gone either way. That's not going to be a shooting foul. It's going to be underneath the basket. Emerson White going to check in for Glenwood. Mason McCrane in the building, by the way, folks. Just wanted to throw that out there. As here we go, Ivett. Over to Langford. To Ivett. Nice screen, Ivett, top of the key, and scores! What a show she's been putting on. Lee Scott trails by 2. 2 minutes to go. Palmore, what do we got? A moving screen on Glenwood. And that's fired up the Lee Scott crowd. They're on their feet. They're going to get the basketball back down by 2. They're on a 6-0 run, Thrift. Ivett with the basketball. Guarded by Emerson White. Trying to switch it up. Langford. Back to Ivett. Looking for the screen. Swings it over to Herndon. Herndon for 3. No good. Rebounded by Langford. Langford going to reset it back over to Ivett with 1:34 left to go. This possession is huge for Lee Scott. Glenwood needs a stop. Just give him a little bit of breathing room. Ivett driving the baseline. Nice pass. Oh, but couldn't finish. And that passes to Ivett. Got it poked away out of her hands. Herndon for 3 and hits it. Lee Scott's got the 1-point lead. Unbelievable. There was traffic in the post. It goes right to her. She's wide open. Minute left to go. White, shot. Good! Glenwood's got the 1-point lead. Timeout. 60-59 with 56 seconds left to go. We're going to keep it here, right? Yeah, we're going to keep it here.
Say 3,
No.
2. Well, guys, you just heard.
Welcome back.
You just heard Big Rich saying "nuh-uh" because I don't know what he was nuh-uh about
I don't know
there.
what happened. It's the score. I know it says 59-58. It's 60-59. But not sure what happened, but there we go. We'll get it right.
I'll light him up.
We'll get it right.
I'll do my job. You do yours, Rich.
How about that?
How about that? What do you got, Rich?
I got a lot.
You hadn't got anything all night. I hadn't asked you what you got all night.
What you talking about, man?
What do you got?
What do you got?
Man, what a game, though. This has been incredible, and I've just been Palmore with her 20, Ivett with 43. I mean, it could not better finish.
Less than a minute to go. Clark Ivett with the basketball. Kesey with it. Herndon, top of the key.
Who's going to get the big shot? We know Ivett's.
Quickly,
they got to get it out of her hands.
Puts up a floater, and no good. And Reagan Bone comes down with a rebound. Probably the biggest rebound of the game for Reagan Bone.
And they're still not in the bonus yet,
Not
Rich.
yet. Glenwood's got the ball with 1 point lead for Glenwood. 41 seconds left to go.
Shot clock still on
here in
in
this
a one-point game. You don't have to foul here if you're Scott.
Palmore, off the ball, stolen by Ivett. Ivett puts it up, no good, trying to get it And Lily Moody comes up with it.
Lily's got to slow down.
Lily's
got to give it up. Give it up.
That would have been
and she didn't know what to do with it.
Oh, you got to get rid of it. Got to at least get the jump ball. Got to at least get the jump ball. Man.
Wow. Craziness happening right now. Glenwood just got to slow down.
It's pandemonium.
Slow down.
23 seconds. Lee Scott could hold for the final shot.
And
23 seconds left. It's 60-59.
But just in case you want to give yourself time if there is a miss.
Ivitt with the basketball. 43 points. Guarded by Emerson White. Driving. Gives it up to Dunlap. Herndon with it.
They call timeout.
Timeout.
Coach Harrison says, I need to talk about it.
We got to talk it over. I think
Timeout.
Obviously, you got to put the ball in Clark Ivitt's hand. You're down by 1.
Yeah, but if you're Glenwood, anybody but her. But here's the thing.
You're going to let
Herndon's got a couple threes.
You're going to let Herndon wide open?
Langford's hit a couple of threes. So
yeah.
Those other people have hit shots. So what do you do here if you're Coach Dusty Perdue?
I mean, obviously you cannot let Clark Ivitt beat you. But this is going to where Coach Perdue is going to be drawing up a big-time defensive play. Don't forget, we got the boys game coming up
Rich, you're going to be here
next.
for that one, aren't you?
You know I got my
it's only 7:35,
It's only 7:35, I know. What's going on?
School night. Glenwood.
It is a school night.
All the Glenwood kids. I see a bunch of young. Look at all these young
Glenwood
whippersnappers.
quote virtual day today, so that's why technically it was a school day today. That's why we got a basketball game tonight.
13 seconds left. Coach Harrison and Dusty Perdue. It seems
What a
like we
classic
get a
matchup.
matchup like this every time they
Every
play.
time. Every time, especially in this gymnasium. Herndon will inbounds.
Tell me when you're ready.
Herndon to Ivitt. 12 seconds. Ivitt over to Langford.
Don't play the
Casey.
pass.
Back to Ivitt. Ivitt puts up a shot. No good! And it's rebounded by Emerson White. Palmore with it. And Glenwood's going to win the game.
Look at Coach Perdue yelling.
Oh,
He's fired up.
What a game. The Glenwood Gators just getting.
He wanted his get back, man.
Oh, my goodness. Thrift.
Wow.
Look, the Glenwood Gators just defeated the Lee Scott Academy Warriors for their first region loss of the season. And, Thrift, we got to name an Alex Quinney All-State Good-Ass Player of the Game.
I don't think there's no doubt in my mind, Rich. Look, absolutely.
Would we give it to
zero doubt?
Would you give it to somebody that was on the losing team?
No, but what we do got to commend her
You've got to commend Clark Ivitt. 43 points. This is where it comes into play. We've seen, like in the NBA, we've seen the NBA Finals MVP come from the losing team. That's happened once in the history of the NBA. This is one of those exceptions where we would probably give it to her. But the Alex Quinney All-State Good-Ass Player of the Game is going to be Hallie Palmore.
And why shouldn't it be?
Why not?
20 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, triple-double for her.
She did
you
it all.
had 40 points from Clark Ivitt. Both these young ladies were battling it out the best they could. Hallie, a junior, going against the freshman sensation in Clark. But don't go anywhere. We got a big one coming up next here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back right after this.
the senior wearing number 23 at 6'3" from Smith Station, Alabama, Aaron Carter. Wearing number 11, the sophomore guard at 6'1" from Phoenix City, Alabama, C.Y. Phillips. The sophomore guard at 5'10" from Smith Station, Alabama, wearing number 4, Tyler Hardy. The 5'10" junior guard from Smith Station, Alabama, wearing number 2, Ray Hardy.
All right, everyone, the PA extraordinaire in championship form, baby. He got it started for the girls, and with a win, let's see if he can do it for the boys. It's Glenwood Lee Scott. It's Hayden Harper. It's Braylon Alexander. It's William Johnson. It's Dusty Perdue. What else could you want on a Monday night, Richard?
Yeah, it's a classic match between these two rivals. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of those games. It's going to be two athletic people just going at it. As here we go.
Hayden Harper, guarded by Braylon. Hayden drives, Hayden, finish. Tough take there, Hayden Harper. Putting up 15 a game this year. Scoring's down, team's better though, Rich, as the Lee Scott is ranked in the top 10 the Alabama Sports Writers poll, as CY has it. Phillips, who got a dunk last week and was on the Hula Hams Highlight of the Week, which you can go vote right now, Richard, on our Instagram page. As Phillips, the clarity. Phillips, no. And he airmails that one, and here comes Lee Scott. Harper. Now this guy can fill it up too for Lee Scott. And another bucket there. It's already 4-0. That first game they played, Glenwood could have been up by 5 at halftime. They were only down 1, ended up losing by 20, and it was the Avalanche in that third quarter that really set the doom for the Gators. Last time these Gators played, though, Richard, they were without Braylon. They still won by 20 against Dadeville. How about Clarity? And that's Tyler Clarity. As that floater's up and in, it's already 6-0 Lee Scott. He had 32 points, 7 threes. Only thing that he had wrong in that game was he was 3 of 10 from beyond the three-point line. I mean, from beyond the free throw line, which Coach was like, you can hit 18-footers, but you can't hit a free throw, which we were joking in jest. So it's 6-0 right now, Richard. And Lee Scott already off to a good start. All right, Richard, keys to the game. Keys to the game, Rich.
Got to slow down Hayden Harper. He is just all offense for Lee Scott. We've seen him, well, this is his 4th year that we've seen him. He's now a senior. And we saw him when he was a freshman. I mean, he has just been electric all these years for Coach Johnson and Lee Scott.
And CY off the glass and
Nice
in.
move. Good athletic move by C.Y. Phillips.
Lee Scott comes in 19-3, and laying it up and in there was Parks Myers. Here comes Braylon. Braylon outside Clarity. Clarity over to his brother Trey to Braylon. Braylon calling for a screen. Braylon step back 2 and in and out. Braden Alexander, Aiden Harper, 2 of the top players in Alabama going at each other here tonight at the Swamp, or what Coach Perdue likes to call the Pit. But like I said, Glenwood, Lee Scott 19-3, have not lost a region game, Richard. We were here when they played Morgan County, which is a really good program out of Georgia.
In the Border Wars.
And they were able to beat them. Here comes Braylon. Braylon down low to Phillips. Phillips, pump fake. Phillips goes outside to Trey Clarity. He'll jack up a three and hit. This time it's Trey. His brother Tyler was on fire Friday. William Lyles. Over to Cord Zellner. Zellner loses it, and Clarity, he just so aggressive and a great defensive player. Here comes Braylon. Oh, Braylon just too smooth.
Too easy.
You're not going to get a charge with him. He's not out of control, and if you try to draw one, good luck getting the call as Harper goes aggressive into big man for Glenwood.
Yeah, this Lee Scott team, their first year in the AHSAA last year, went 26-5. They lost to Montgomery Academy in the quarters.
And that foul was on Aaron Carter, by the way.
Glenwood actually lost to Montgomery Academy in the first round last year. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, they're going to be in the same region with Glenwood next year, to my knowledge.
In the area. Remember,
in
basketball,
the area, that's right.
Different than football.
Area.
9-7. Harper hits 1 of 2. Phillips. Clarity. Packed house here at the pit. Glenwood and Lee Scott, old, ancient rivals, but have a profound respect for each other. And the rebound there by Lee Scott. Here comes the Warriors. Harper pump fakes. Harper outside, up top. Swinging it and going hard into Tyler. Clarity is Grayson Haley.
Looks like Coach Johnson's going to have a brand new story. He's putting in 4 subs.
So, as I may mention, Harper put up 20 points a game for consecutive years, Richard.
Yeah, that's right.
15.6 this year. Down, but they also played a tougher schedule. They also got a little bit of better team, and they're deeper this year, Coach Johnson.
Yeah, that's right.
William Lyles has been great. Harris has been great. Cook, Myers, Haley. All these guys are contributing significantly on this Lee Scott team. But obviously the go-to guy is Hayden Harper. Their only losses this year were to Auburn by 15. They also beat Auburn at home. Pike Road, and they lost to Lafayette by 15. Lafayette 20-7 this year, Richard.
Yeah, they're a good team. Yeah, but
we know how good Auburn is, as they're 17-9, 2-2 in region.
Yeah, one of the top teams in 7A.
And Pike Road, a decent team, 500, that is 6A in Russell County's region. Stolen there by Lee Scott. Barrett Cook, Harper, long distance, no. And getting the rebound, going up, that's partially blocked. But cleaning it up there is Barrett Cook.
Yeah, it's good hustle by Cook. Just those second chance points, just hustling on that glass. That could be the difference in this game. I mean, I've noticed both teams settling for jumpers. But you got to make that transition. If the jumpers are not going to fall, you're going to have to find a way to get baskets, easy baskets the other way.
Braylon. Nice pass.
Wow.
Aaron Carter lays it in, and there's the vision from the freshman phenom, Alexander.
Good court vision by Braylon Alexander.
Oh, nice pass. Good basketball. Pump fake goes up, lays it in. That was off the pass, though, of Chapman Harris. He found Brooks Zachary, and he pump faked in, and here goes Braylon. Braylon drives. Braylon misses. Hayden Harper now with it. The senior, who's feeling like he's been at Lee Scott forever, goes in and one. Hayden Harper.
I believe he has. We called him when he was a freshman. Remember, we called Lee Scott back in 2022.
2023. Hayden was coming off the bench. Lee Scott was #1 team. Glenwood won the state. The next year, sophomore year, Glenwood beat them, but Lee Scott ended up winning the state.
Their last
year, they both split, but Lee Scott ended up winning the region and making it to the quarterfinals. This year, Lee Scott 19-3, and every bit at the team that can make a quarter to semifinal run in the 3A classification. Glenwood, though, trying to pick up a big win. How about the in and out? And the jam by the freshman Braylon Alexander. Take off, young man. Bad pass, turnover, Glenwood. And there is a Houlihan's Highlight of the Week nominee, Big Rich.
Yeah, I would say that was a
wow.
nominee.
How about that? In and out and then took off. Solon Harper throws it off and
not quite. Hayden Harper thinks that he did get it, but it went out of bounds. I think his foot might have been out of bounds when he was trying to throw it off a Glenwood player.
And here's Braylon.
That's a good angle to get to it for Braylon.
Braylon with Chapman on his back. Braylon drives. Braylon fouled.
I think in a situation like this, because you know Hayden Harper's going to get his points, you got to let Braylon cook.
Yes.
By the way, Glenwood plays Valley on Wednesday.
He rattles that one in.
So,
yes, they do. And we'll be here for that. Noah Shelton on the call.
This will put a bow on area play. Hard to believe, yeah. Area play done. They'll play Russell County next week.
Braylon
that
knocks them both down. Yep, Russell County, Valley, they got some big games coming up, but none bigger than here.
Get ready for area tournament play.
This one matters more than any of them.
No question
and
about
Solon,
it. What a steal.
Hang on! Braylon lays it in.
He's making it look easy, Thrift. Transition buckets. Can't do that. They defend the three very well. That shot was rushed.
But good defense and then laying it up and in.
You got to box out.
If you're got to second chance points there, Rich. Brooks Zachary.
Oh, you cannot do that. But
no.
Looks like it'll stay with Glenwood.
Gators, how about the girls program? Getting a big win over Lee Scott. Lee Scott's first loss in region play this year.
Big win for Glenwood.
They go to 15-9. Gators 14-13.
Despite Clark Ivets' 43 points.
They both now with one loss. They got to do a coin toss. Coin toss to see who's going to host the girls area tournament. Yes, they will be at two different locations. Here comes CY.
Yeah, because Lee Scott's already wrapped this up because Glenwood did already have a loss against Beulah.
Garner goes up, gets fouled. Nice job there by Greg Garner. Using his big body and gets a foul.
And what a job by Glenwood to cut into this lead.
First shot. No good.
Yeah, we got a busy schedule tomorrow on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We got Brookstone Westfield School, Calvary, Pacelli. We got Harris County Stars Mill.
Yep.
Just 3 games. Sometimes we'll end up having like 5 or 6 games on a Tuesday night.
No doubt. Chapman. Wyatt Watley, who has it. Chapman, into Zachary. Zachary, good defense there by Clarity. Up top, Wyatt Watley. Watley, corner, 3. Barrett Cook off the mark, no good. Battle for the loose ball, nice pass. Hayden Harper. Harper, and then great defense, and they call a foul.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be a jump ball. Foul on Clarity.
Tyler Clarity got a foul call on what I thought was a jump ball.
I seriously thought it was a jump ball, too.
Oh, my goodness. That one's a tough one. Let's see why I should have had that.
Almost had a steal.
Chapman, Hayden Harper, catch and shoot, short. Rebound, Clarity.
That was a rare miss by Hayden Harper. He usually makes those.
Gray,
you
got
it.
You got to be careful. Clarity out to Gray. Gray drives baseline, pump fakes, floater. It goes in. How about that shot by Gray Garner?
Patience by Garner on that shot. Man, it seems like these Lee Scott players have been playing together forever. At least 3 years.
Catch and shoot. Chapman knocks it down.
I'll tell you, Chapman had a
And that is definitely, Coach Purdue's right. That's back court. Nobody touched it from Glenwood. Clarity catch and shoot finally. able to get one off, but that was a terrible no call
yeah,
by
it really was.
the referees that led to an open 3 by Chapman.
I tell you, he has been the perfect sidekick to Hayden Harper. Chapman Harris he came up big in games last year that we called.
Yep.
Yeah, some of the seniors from last year's team. Remember Parker Wright? He went on to graduate. They only lost one senior from last year's team, Thrift.
Yep.
Still a young team.
Yep.
These seniors have been playing together for 3-4 years. That's why Coach William Johnson feels he has got a championship caliber team because of that senior leadership that they've had over the past couple years.
And that one goes out of bounds. Braylon, 28 seconds, shot clock off. Guarded by Chapman. Braylon spins, almost loses it up to Gray. Gray to Clarity. See why I tried to cut back door. Nobody saw him there. Tyler's got it. 10 seconds.
Got to get it off.
Tyler, nobody stops the ball, and he misses the lay. Gets the steal, goes back up, and says, all right, I'll fix that.
Redemption, yep, he redeemed himself.
24-19, Harper at the buzzer.
Oh, man.
Good, but an entertaining first quarter, 24-19. Buckle up, guys. We're going to have a fun one. Don't go anywhere. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, 24-19, Lee Scott on top of Glenwood in that first quarter. Braylon, a couple jams there. Hayden got off to a hot start. Braylon, Clarity, catch and shoot corner 3, and he's hitting it. He starts hitting those shots on the outside, and you give another spark with Braylon scoring. Look out for Glenwood. Catch and shoot on the other end short. Rebound, nice job attacking it. And here comes Hayden. Hayden drives. Hayden dumped off and lay up. Nice by Cord Zellner, but how about the dump off by Hayden Harper there? Braylon drives, tough take, blocked, out of bounds, and it will stay Glenwood. Aaron Carter will get Gray Garner. Carter. CY. Carter. Drive. Braylon lays it in. Cut back door, baseline. Carter with a nice bounce pass there, and it's 26-24. Gators within 2. Parks. Hayden. Three-pointer by William Lyles, and it hits the top of the backboard. Bad shot there by William. Braylon. Clarity. Back to Braylon. Braylon wraparound. Trey. CY. Three-pointer. No. Carter. No. And here comes Lee Scott. Here comes Haley. Haley drives. Haley off the glass at the end. Nice move there by Grayson Haley. Braylon. Braylon pulls up on a dime and knocks it down. Stolen. And then Clarity turns it right back over. And there's going to be an and one from Parks Myers. Chapman Harris will check in. Parks gets the and one. Noah Hudler will come in and get Clarity, who again got the steal and made the bad pass. Nice rebound by Aaron Carter. Man-to-man by Lee Scott. Chapman being guarded, or trying to guard Braylon. Catch and shoot by Noah Hudler. And he'll knock it down. Noah Hudler, catch and shoot. Comes in and knocks down a three. Chapman knocks it down on the other end. Left-handed assassin. And Parks Myers almost gets the steal there. Full court by Lee Scott. Hudler. Hudler better be ready for that catch and shoot in this 2-3 zone by Lee Scott. Now back to man. Braylon. And a foul. Braylon falls down. Hudler, Carter. Carter, CY. CY baseline. Hudler, pump fake. Nice pass, Clarity. Clarity goes up and lays it in. Good basketball there by Glenwood. Chapman, no, gets his own rebound and lays it and misses, and Clarity grabs it. Braylon backdoor, and that goes through the hands of Noah Hudler. And subs will come in now for Lee Scott, including Barrett Cook, Wyatt Watley, and Brooke Zachary. 33-31, 3:19 here. Nice layup there, 3-pointer, 36-31. Lee Scott goes up 5. Every time Glenwood gets in within striking distance, they turn it over like there. Good defense by Chapman. Hayden drives, Hayden, and a foul. See why I can't believe it. Harper's first shot off the mark, no good. Hudler. Clarity loses it to Chapman Harris. And Chapman's going to go lay it in. They're going to go up 7. Hudler, bad pass. Another turnover there by Glenwood. And a wide open layup. Nope, miss. Put back, no. Gets his own rebound once again. Hayden Harper is going to shoot a wide open 3 and hit. Glenwood goes up 10. Timeout. Gators will take 1-2. 41-31. Lee Scott on top.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet, let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
And we're back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and it's 41-31. See why. Braylon. Nice pass. Hudler, corner 3. Good! And Noah's fired up after that one. Chapman long distance. No, and another loose ball rebound. 3, Watley, no, there to clean it up. Another miss. They're just getting every rebound, and Chapman's going to lay it in. They're doing this constantly, attacking the glass. Braylon ripped clean by Brooks Zachary. Zachary will drive and miss. They're cleaning it up. Watley, no. Zachary gets it and lays it in. Braylon will get fouled there. Lee Scott up 11. In that instance right there, I mean, Glenwood player got completely ripped down. No call. But Clarity. Carter. Need more of him down low. Haley. Chapman for 3. Bang. 48-36. Chapman has just been knocking them from the outside. He's been great tonight. And again, Hayden Harper's not even in the game right now. Braylon drives. Braylon fouled, and he'll shoot some free throws. Gators got it within striking distance, and then Lee Scott just does what they do best. They don't turn it over. They hit open shots, and they make you make mistakes. And Glenwood's made many of them here in the last couple of minutes, and hence why they're down 12. And around the rim and in for Braylon. Parks Myers will get Grayson Haley, Watley in, along with Chapman Harris, Barrett Cook, William Lyles. And again, no Hayden Harper. We haven't needed him. Chapman's been great, and others have stepped up huge. They're up 10 with 15, and they'll hold it for the last shot. Chapman looks up to the clock. And, oh, wow, what a pass. Braylon blocks it, but, man, what a look there. Barrett Cook wide open, and a no-look pass by Chapman. Chapman pulls up for three, and he knocks it down at the buzzer. Chapman Harris is taking over. And what a first half for number 3 for Lee Scott. And Glenwood down by 13 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet, let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Perdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Yeah, we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
right, here we go. 51-38 is your score. Chapman Harris leads score for Lee Scott. Braylon for Glenwood. And Lee Scott up by 13. Glenwood got as close as 2, but then turnovers. And big-time shots by Chapman Harris, who came off the bench, and he's starting off the bench here, as Hayden Harper will start off the second half with a 3. He had a quiet first half, so you know he's not going to have that too much longer. Nice job, CY. Braylon with a pass too far in front. Turnover. And Carter stole it. Clarity, in and out. Needed that one. Hayden Harper, you know it. And the net will get stuck, and Lee Scott's up 19. They just play about as fundamentally sound basketball as you can find anywhere, to be honest with you. They're about as well coached, and they execute everything to the highest level. They may not have the most athletic team, but they know how to hit shots, and they know how to play good defense. They're just, can't say it enough. They're tough out against anybody. Clarity, CY. Glenwood's got to get something going on this offensive end. Braylon, no. Carter loses it, and here comes Hayden. Hayden, Parks. Hayden lost it right to the hands of Grayson Haley. Even when they do something wrong, it manages to be right. Timeout, Glenwood, and it is all Lee Scott. They're up 21 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back, everyone, here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Thrift Behringer on the call. Lee Scott up 21, 59-38. Glenwood needs to get something going. Get back in this, and turnovers like that won't do it. William Lyles lays it in. Glenwood now on 23. Braylon, good pass to Carter. He misses. And he gets hammered on the head and will shoot some free throws. Rivalry, I can't even say it. Rivalry week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. That's my Achilles heel. Everybody's got a word, and mine is rivalry. And that's what this week is. Carver Sumter, Carver Spencer, Glenwood Lee Scott. Some to name a few. Harris County Northside was last week. We have Pacelli Brookstone. Calvary Pacelli tomorrow. And Haley, no. Haley, no again. How about the third time? Haley, no. Finally, Glenwood comes away with a rebound. Second chance points. Man. And Braylon will get an and one. Braylon hits and makes it a 19-point game. Hayden, three-pointer, no, CY, and a foul. And they're going to call this on William Lyles, and Glenwood will get it. Down 19. Braylon. Out of bounds, and another turnover. Got to limit those if you want to get back in this one. 5 minutes here in the third. Haley down low. Pump fake. No. William Lyles drives and finishes. Subs coming in for Lee Scott. Braylon. Tough shot there. We got to get a stop down here. Haley. Bad pass, turnover, Glenwood ball. And Chapman Harris, Wyatt Watley, Barrett Cook, and Brooke Zachary will all come in, leaving only Hayden Harper out there. Braylon. Gray loses it. Clarity, Braylon, three-pointer, no, they needed it. And Gray gets the rebound. Gray gets hammered by Watley. He'll shoot some free throws. Garner misses the first. No, and misses both. And Braylon loses it, gets it, up ahead, Gray lays it in, 17. Good D there by Gray. Chapman, who was the big man in that first half, CY with the steal. The defense here from Glenwood in the last couple possessions. Braylon, crossover. Braylon drives and gets hammered. Braylon will shoot some free throws. Makes the first. Braylon misses a second. Watley. Chapman. And no shot clock here in Alabama. So they can run off as much time as they want. Drive, nice dump down, and a foul. Braylon. Brooke Zachary. Surprised they didn't call that on the floor. And he gets the front iron to roll in. Gray gets the rebound and makes 1 and 2 at 17. Glenwood, if they can get this within 10, I think they have a chance here in this fourth quarter. Clarity short on a 3. Braylon with a rebound. Braylon, nice job there. Just too strong, physical, and athletic. 15. And bad pass, turnover, Glenwood ball. And Coach Johnson feels what I'm feeling too, that momentum starting to turn towards Glenwood. We'll take a break. Full timeout here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
.64-49, Glenwood within 15. They were down as many as 23 here in this quarter. Again, I think with the last 2:40, Coach Purdue pleading with his team to get within 10. Striking distance heading into the fourth. Braylon, Clarity, gotta hit it and misses. Gray Gardner, good rebound, pass to CY. CY lay it up and in. Gray Gardner doing a good job getting rebounds on that backside. 13. Glenwood making a comeback. Hayden. Chapman. No, Brooks Zachary. Wyatt Watley, his own teammate, steal it from him. Chapman, Hayden, acrobatic. Doesn't get the roll. Brooks Zachary with a rebound. He loses it. Chapman's got it. He's right there, and he'll float it in. And there's Clarity. Uses his body as a shield over to Chapman. Good pass for Braylon. Back to 13. They got to get a stop. Chapman wild. Braylon. Transition 3, and it's 10. 66-56. Big shot from Alexander. Hayden drives. Hayden, Watley misses. Rebound. And losing it. Gray Gardner's got it. Here comes Clarity. 66-56. They can get it within single digits here. They were down as many as 23. And Hayden Harper, no call. And I am really shocked at that one. And then a foul on the other end. Well, I'm agreeing with Coach Purdue on that one. Hayden definitely slapped down at it. Now, if you want to say that's defense, that's fine. But then on the other end, the same thing happens, and it's a foul call. Could have got it within single digits. And now Lee Scott going to try to go up by 12. But as Rasheed Wallace says, ball don't lie. Even though the ball can't talk, as I was told, it didn't lie there if it could, as both shots rim out. And again, Glenwood can make this a single-digit lead, single-digit game. Braylon, Gray calling for the screen. CY. Clarity, there's 3 of them bunched up in that corner over there. Clarity, pump fake, Step back, knocks it down. Trey Clarity sidestep 3. It's a 7-point game. Harper, the Lyles. Lyles drives, misses. Here comes Clarity. Braylon misses, still has a chance, and then really could have came down with it. He shot that a little too early. But how about the comeback? Gators down as many as 23, trim it to 7, heading into the 4th on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet, let's kick off 2026 with a bang! We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Shout out to Skylar Maxley and the Pep Band who's in attendance tonight. And all the games I've done, all the Glenwood Lee Scott games I've been to, played in, never had a Pep Band. So pretty cool here. Gators down as many as 23, have it within 7. Braylon. Clarity. CY. Who's going to be the go-to guy? We know it's been Braylon, but someone else has got to step up here for Gators. Trey Clarity just hit a big 3 at the end of the 3rd. His brother will shoot this one in the short. Trey gets the rebound. Gray. Trey. CY, Gray. Clarity. Gray. Gray, nice. Using his body, not able to finish. How about Braylon for 3? Good! Braylon cuts it to 4. And that was great job by Trey Clarity. Offensive rebound, finding the open Braylon. Ball movement by Lee Scott. Hayden. Down low, pass it back out to Hayden. And it's a turnover. Gators. Braylon and Clarity not even near on the same page. And Coach Purdue's pleading with his team, stay in it, stay in it, stay in it. Just a little bit of communication. Clarity pleading with Braylon just to please take a deep breath. It was just a mistake. It happens. They have battled back this far. Hayden. Drives, Hayden, good defense there by Gray Gardner. And then Gray turns it over. Hayden loses it on the floor, timeout. He didn't even have possession of the ball and he called a timeout. You can't make this up, man. The ball's literally being bounced, and he called a timeout, but we'll take one. We'll be back after this.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet, let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Chevy Traverse with 3-row seating up to $7,250 off. The impressive Chevy Equinox up to $5,500 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
So a timeout was called by Lee Scott, and they'll have it 5:54 down by 4 here in the fourth quarter. So 5:54 down by 4 in the fourth. Parks Myers, Lyles comes off a couple screens. Clarity, nice closeout. Haley. Myers to Hayden Harper. Hayden, William drives, nice pass down low, lays it in. William Lyles drives and finds the open court at Zellner. Back to 6. Braylon. Tyler, Clarity, short. And how about Trey Clarity hustling for it? Parks Myers down low, William Lyles. Now it's 8. Clarity, who hit 7 the other night, has 1 here tonight. Braylon spins. Braylon out to Tyler. 3, can't fall. Lyles drives, loses it. Clarity hustles for it. Down low, Gardner steal. Braylon down 8, 4:30. And a foul. Gray, nice job. Good play. Timeout, Glenwood, 6-point game. And Coach Johnson is upset. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this. And we're back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. 70-64, 4:21 left here in the final quarter. For Lee Scott and Glenwood rivalry. The girls of Glenwood winning a classic 60-59 earlier tonight. Parks Myers. Harper goes baseline. Good help there by Clarity. Myers will jack up a 3 in a short. Rebound, Gardner. Coach Brew just saying, grab the ball. Braylon gets fouled. And he wanted that so bad. And now he just got to hit his free throws. Can make this a 4-point game if he can knock them both down. Braylon is short on the first as Barrett Cook and Brooks Zachary will come in for Grayson Haley and Cord Zeldin. And he misses both, Braylon does. And a foul. One's got jump ball, the other one's got a foul. And jump ball is going to say possession arrow is Lee Scott. One needs a stop here. Chapman, Hayden, down low, Zachary, and one. Good pass by Hayden Harper, nice finish by Brooks Zachary, and he can make it a 9-point game here. Rim's out. Glenwood's got to score. Clarity drives. And jump ball stays with Glenwood. Gray again, and this time rushes the layup attempt. Harper, tough take there. And a full timeout. Lee Scott goes up 10 with 3:10 here left in this one. We'll take a break on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
We're back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, 74-64. That is your score. Glenwood down 10. Braylon gonna drive and get an and one. How about Braylon Alexander? And then some extracurricular between Brooks Zachary and Braylon. Braylon misses the free throw and a foul. Eight-point game. Clarity almost got a good steal there. Chapman. No Clarity rebound. We need a big shot. Braylon's going to jack up a three and knock it down. And Braylon is fired up after that big-time shot. Parks. Harper loses it. Up ahead, Braylon finishes. It's a three-point game. Braylon Alexander. Harper, Chapman, Myers. Zachary. And miss. Carter rebound, and Glenwood can tie it here with a three. Braylon pulls up, in and out. The gym would have went crazy, and coach is saying a foul. And out of bounds, Glenwood ball. Wow! And then that's a foul. That's a foul. Glenwood, Lee Scott fans can't believe it, but he did grab his arm. That's a foul all day. But I get why they're frustrated. 74-71. Braylon Alexander. Miss. Rebound. CY out of, and it loses it. Here comes Lee Scott. And they call a block. And two shots by Brooke Zachary. Braylon wanted it. Maybe would have wanted a drive there, but don't mind the shot because he's led him back this far. Misses the first. And again, I emphasize, I don't think you need a three. You don't need a tie right now if you're Glenwood. Get the best shot, foul, make Lee Scott beat you at the line, foul anybody really but Hayden. And you're seeing a miss there. Jump ball. And CY's got to be a little bit stronger with that one. And it'll be Lee Scott. So Glenwood will get the next one. I wouldn't foul Hayden. And a foul there. So two shots now for Hayden Harper and Lee Scott. Again, that jump ball huge because Brooke Zachary missed both. Braylon and Brooke Zachary had some words with each other. Harper misses the free throw. I've never seen Lee Scott miss this many free throws down the stretch. Harper makes it a 4-point game. Glenwood's got to hurry. You're down by 4. You need to score quickly. You don't need to hit a 3. Flaherty misses, and that was a big miss. Gets his own rebound. See why? Miss. Braylon's got it. He'll catch and shoot. He's short. Back to Braylon, and Braylon just traveled. He did. And he traveled there. He got too excited. And good hustle by Glenwood. And a foul there. Hey, a good game. Good battle by Glenwood, but Lee Scott looks like they're going to hold on to this one. Braylon probably rushed that three-point shot there. He had plenty of time. Hayden misses the free throw. Wow. It's a 5-point game. Braylon will shoot it at the buzzer and actually hit a 3 and makes it a 2-point loss. It was a good shot by Braylon. But Lee Scott's going to hold on. Hayden Harper will be your player of the game, but Braylon played fantastic, went down to the wire, and obviously missed free throws. A lot of things that you could have chopped that one up to for Glenwood. But if you're Coach Purdue, you played hard. You just mistakes down the stretch. You battled back down 23 in that third. Well, we're going to wrap it up here as we've had a lot of fun. We'll see you next time as Glenwood girls win, Glenwood boys lose. And we will take a break. And actually, we won't take a break. We'll wrap it up here, and we'll say we'll see you next time. Remember, tomorrow, multiple games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Harris County's on there, and our hearts and prayers are with Tony Dimitri and the Harris County family. Also, Brookstone will be taking on Westfield and Calvary and Pacelli. It's Rivalry Week. From Richard Holdridge, Chris Gates, I'm Thurp Barringer saying thank you so much for watching Glenwood and Lee Scott here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.